Yo, what is going on, guys? This is your boy Carl Max here. Before we start the commentary, or we get into the proper commentary, I just want to thank you guys so much for the 200 subscribers. It's been a little bit of a journey, and it took a little bit of a while so I can get my words out there. But yeah, thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed my 200 subscriber special that I uploaded about 10 hours ago, I'm gonna say, or so, something like that. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, just go take a look. It's a real life football video, and yeah, I'm just gonna let you guys see it. It's not long, about 30 seconds, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed it anyway. Right, so the topic I want to talk to you about today is basically my first sort of like proper fight, right? So I'm in year 10, and there was a group of us, yeah. So there was about 4 or 5 of us that we all used to like hang around with each other at break, at lunch and that. We always used to sit next to each other in class. Then the main person I used to speak to, right, he sort of like spoke to like the other group in the class, right. We didn't like hate each other like each group, but we didn't really talk, sort of thing. We just didn't socialise with each other, if like you get what I'm trying to say, yeah. And he started speaking to them, right. Like our group, we didn't care at first. Then we heard rumours and all the rest of it. They said stuff behind our back, and I don't know why, but right, there was this one kid that was in the other group that really didn't like me, and I didn't like prefer him like to anyone else, sort of thing. Like I'd always try and avoid him. And so my tutor class, right, is outside the maths block, and for some reason they're all standing outside. I think I come in a bit late. I must have went to go get a drink or something like that, right? So there's my old friend and 4 or 5 of the other ones, like from the other group, yeah. And so they're all standing by the door, and he comes up to me and he's like, hey, faggot, all the rest of it, right, giving it all the mouth and that. And he starts pushing me, and I don't know what it was. I just sort of like, I sort of friends out. I knew if I did start winning, I'm not sure if they would have jumped in or not, but basically I didn't think he was like seriously wanted to fight. I thought he was just trying to show off like in front of his friends. And he swung for me, right, and he hit me, but it wasn't like the best connection sort of thing. And at this point I sort of like just saw red as soon as like he hit me, and my adrenaline started pumping. I sort of like grabbed him by like not the collar, but like the sleeve chest things, like the elbow, not the elbows, the collar chest things, yeah. I don't know what you call them, but anyway. So I sort of grabbed him, put my right foot over his right foot. He went to the ground on his hands and knees, and I know this is gonna make me sound really bad. I just sort of I'm really right-handed. I can't really swing my left, so I just swung with my left and kept swinging. And at this point, I was expecting like the other 4 and my old friend to jump in and start jumping on me, sort of thing. But they sort of like stood there in shock. And where I hit him about 5 or 6 times. Oh my god, this is making me sound really bad. But I broke my outer little knuckle and my outer like middle finger, like ring marriage knuckle sort of thing. At the time I didn't really notice because of like all the adrenaline. And so the teachers all come rushing out. I couldn't feel the pain because of all the adrenaline. I don't think he could. We sort of stood there, looked at each other. Everyone was in shock, and they sort of took us both into the room, explained what happened. And at this moment in time, I sort of like your adrenaline starts to like slow down, or I don't know what the technical term, but yeah. And I could feel the pain. I knew something was up. They were like, I had ice on it and all that, but I sort of like rubbed my other hand, like I tipped my fingers over it, and I could tell they were out of place. And yeah, and so I come out worse from that. So advice from that: don't punch people in the back of the head. Yeah. Anyway, this has been your boy Carlo Marks. It's coming to the end of the video. Yeah. So this has been your boy Carlo. I'm gonna leave you with the rest of the gameplay. Hope you enjoyed. 200 subscribers, baby. Peace.